And I'm looking at Kid Rock and I was like, you need to see a physician.
Yeah. They're the ones who are in the last to leave the dark room at the gay club. Those two. That's what it looks like. Welcome to Brief Recess. I'm Michael Foote.
I'm Mélissa Malebranche.
Today we're going to be talking about planking and how it foreshadows the collapse of society. We're going to talk about presidential theater, the RFK Kid Rock music video, how we made all the frat boys' days by giving them a dab rig, cathartic trash talk about Kristi Noem and Don Jr., and Pam Bondi. We're going to have an interview with prolific adult film star and musician Boomer Banks, and all of the tales from the DMs are going to answer your questions, so stick around. Were you ever a smoker? Okay, sorry, mom's watching. No, you never smoked. No.
In high school, like everybody.
Me too.
Yeah.
Out by the dumpster.
No, I just smoked.
We would like drive around in friends' cars.
I used to steal my dad's cigarettes.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
My dad smoked Marlboro Red hard pack. And then he moved over to the soft gold pack. Yeah. Because it was better for you.
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, it gives a little, it's a smoother.
Okay.
It's healthier.
But you know what's really interesting about the smoking that I did is that I did it because everybody else was. It wasn't like.
You didn't even like it?
Not that much.
Yeah. I talked about this with Karen and Kelly, Martha Kelly. And when I was out in LA.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about smoking because it was like what we were doing back then. I mean, I feel like this generation is all vaping. It's not about cigarettes.
I'm actually always really surprised when I see a young person smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Okay. Someone's keeping that alive, I guess.
I think the boys from Heated Rivalry are smokers, and I see them like on my Instagram, on my feed.
Do they really?
I think so. And not to spread misinformation, but I do feel like maybe at least one of them is.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, someone sent me through social media, they sent me a gift and it was like all this smoking paraphernalia. Marijuana though. It was like,
well, I think that's different.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? That's
but it was
different.
Like, really complicated stuff. And I'm not that serious about marijuana. I'm not.
Did they send you actual marijuana or did they send you? Okay, no.
Interstate commerce.
No. I gotcha. No.
No, it was just like a
bong and some other
one was
things.
like a bong, but it was like very modern looking. And then something else was like, it was like a metal thing for, I think people do like a wax or some sort of resin that they smoke. And I'm really not that serious about it.
Do you ever feel like we are running out of shit to do to ourselves? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're running out of shit to do to ourselves. Yeah. We're running out of things to talk about. We're running out of different ways to like alter our appearances.
We ran out of things to do when we started planking back in like 2009. That was when we were like, shut it down. Like that's a wrap. Planking, the kids, it's over. That was it.
Yeah.
When I saw an Australian schoolgirl planking on a car, on a Toyota.
Yeah.
No, that was when we ran out of shit to do.
Did you do it?
No, I talked about it a lot though.
So you never did it?
No. I was too old. I wasn't going to plank in law school on my way to criminal law.
No. I also did
planking
not plank.
in the courtroom, Your Honor, excuse me, the floor is lava.
It also seemed like a really weird and uncomfortable thing to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no one's
you're going to
body.
rest your entire body.
What do you do with your face when you're planking? Get in the comments if you've ever planked and let us know. Where'd you put your nose?
Send us a picture. I need to see this. But let's not reintroduce that to people. Don't plank. It's fucking dumb. You look stupid.
Let's get into a sidebar. How's your week been? What's happening? What's going on? What's the tea? What's happening in your life, Mélissa?
I decided that I was going to sort of like disengage from the news last week.
Oh, how'd that go? Right as we're entering a war with Iran.
Right. Because of that. Exactly. Actually, okay. I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Right. I'm tired of a lot of things, but I am tired of like the incessant cruelty and the violence.
Sure.
And, you know, it's almost always the people who have the most to lose who lose more.
Yes.
I
had a therapist once say that the human brain has not evolved to a place where it can comprehend mass scale suffering at all times. because that's what we're witnessing. Every time we look at our phone, every time we turn on the news, we're watching other people suffer at a grand scale. Our brains really aren't equipped to handle that at all times without break.
And the other thing is that we now have more access to the violence so that now I'm seeing pictures, right? Like I don't want to see like another beheaded child. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't unsee those things.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing that I will think about later. You know what I mean? And maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe it's good that I'm thinking about it. But
I think it says something about your humanity if it's bothering you. Like, I think that's important.
If I get to a place where I don't give a shit, that's a
more concerning. I think a lot of war reporters talk about this where they do end up getting so disassociated that they can't. But
I also understand
nothing bothers them anymore.
That's a way to protect yourself, right?
Sure,
because if you're constantly seeing those things, then if you were constantly being upset about
your brain's protecting you from the
100%.
Right. I saw something today that 95% of Google searches of the Epstein files have gone down since the war in Iran. Like the distraction is working.
Yeah. See,
I'm not going to shut up about it.
No, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't shut up about it. And the other thing that I'm tired of, I'm tired of watching the president of the United States be like. I'm tired.
Just existing with weird rashes on his neck and hands.
And the disgust is so overwhelming.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm tired of how crooked he is.
Yeah.
I'm tired of just sort of like how disgusting he is to look at.
I'm tired of like how he's still pretending to kind of be a president. Like he's giving a State of the Union address as if everything's normal, as if his approval ratings aren't 29% or something ridiculous.
But the reason he has to do that, right?
Yeah.
Because in order to sort of like, that's the part of the grift.
Yes.
Right? Is that I'm going to act like there's nothing going on. And on the contrary, I'm going to tell you my numbers have never been better.
Yes.
Everybody loves me. We're doing a phenomenal job. This is incredible, really incredible. And
it's the speech they give you like right before layoffs at a company. They're like, our numbers are
you have nothing to be worried about. Yeah. Like it's just
we're all getting laid off, America.
Yeah, and it's just
from
like,
society.
Kristi Noem and like what's his name? It's just too much. It's too much. Yeah, it's just
who's the guy who did like one pull up? He's like the head. He's like the head of defense for America. I think it was Pete Hegseth. He did like one pull up.
All right, you know what?
Let's take a break. Let's get into your algorithm is showing, because this is straight from your algorithm, I think. And it came up on mine too.
This is the other thing that I'm sick and tired of, right? That weird ass video that RFK did with Kid Rock.
That's the start of every gay porn. I'm sorry. Those Kid Rock and RFK.
Speaking of gay porn, today we have on.
Yeah, it's on my mind. Yeah. I did.
Today we've got Boomer Banks on.
Yeah, we've got a gay porn star on. Let's ask him about the RFK Jr. And that's honestly like a less weird intro to probably some of the gay porns that Boomer's been a part of.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is like, okay, let's just for the sake of whatever, right? Let's assume that we think that RFK is doing a great job and we like him.
Yes.
Let's just say that.
Sure.
Is there any part of watching that video that makes people feel uncomfortable? Like, I feel like I'm looking at something that I shouldn't be seeing right now. What's going on? This is
someone airdropped me this in the airport.
Right.
Like,
and I'm like, this feels like I'm about to see something I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
it's what did I say? Newton's law of lost physics. It's always the person you don't want to see.
Always.
In the gym locker room, in the jockstrap at the jockstrap party, slanging and banging. Yep. It's always the
that
Kid
person.
Rock looking motherfucker and the RFK looking dude.
But yeah, I watched that for like, and I kept on going back to it because I was like, wow.
Not refer to your notes, show your work.
Because I was like,
we're just gonna circle back to the, if we could refer back to the.
Why am I not seeing anybody echo how fucking weird it is.
It's weird.
It's so weird.
The Times did like a breakdown of it. They were like, what is this? It's so weird. Also, what is it promoting? It's like something, remember when the reporters would go...
What was even the point?
Some like reporters from the UK, BBC reporters went undercover in North Korea and like filmed the weird things that would happen in North Korea. It was like that. Like some of the strange footage that was like lost.
And he got into an ice bath with his jeans on.
I mean, I don't want to get into body shaming anyone.
Oh, no. It's not. That's not what it is. It's not that at all.
Behavior that's weird.
Well, and also I think I also don't know what the point was. What were you trying to show us, right? Are you showing us maybe that RFK, who is in good shape,
sure,
versus Kid Rock, who is not in good shape, and maybe we're trying to get Kid Rock to emulate.
Right. What is the story we're trying to tell?
What are we trying to tell here, right?
Or was this like, were there any words with the video? It was just a music video.
Was there?
First bathing with your jeans on? It's like a never nude from Tobias Blues.
And then you get out of the ice bath with your jeans on. There's nothing worse than a wet pair of jeans.
I'm sorry. I've done a lot of drugs and alcohol in my life, and I've never gotten in a fucking bathtub with my jeans on. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't say yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like we've talked about this.
I know, but like
my history of
it's
partying.
Like a matter of course that people just drink a lot and do drugs. I never did. But I'm not saying that
your fucking trophies in the mail.
No. I don't mean that.
Good for you. You have all your natural teeth.
Yeah, I do.
Nice. Must be nice.
But no, I don't. I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying that it's really interesting. I was so uninterested.
Yes.
In that. That's what I mean.
Oh, like, it was the only thing I was interested in.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like I was in a small town. There was nothing else to do, especially if you were gay as shit. Like, there's nothing else going on. There's no other gay people.
Mm-hmm. Well, there are tons of gay people. You just didn't know.
My only friend committed suicide.
Oh, no.
When I was like 15.
Oh, that's awful.
And it was like the only other gay person I knew.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going like weird dark turn.
Yeah. But a little trigger warning, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. TW. But yeah, so it was like, what else am I going to fucking do? Let's hit the bottle. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was like younger. So that's why I was like smoking and drinking and experimenting with drugs. I guess I wasn't like addicted to drugs. Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not triggered when people mail me all sorts of drug paraphernalia.
That's so random. Nobody mails me shit. I would like something.
There were so many. I could have given you some of these.
I don't want that.
Okay. Well, there were 2 bongs and the one bong looked like a coffee cup. It was like, you flipped the straw up and that was the, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But I was like, I don't really smoke out of a bong. So I was like, there's this area in my apartment building where you leave things that you don't want anymore.
Wait, is it gone?
So I was taking it downstairs and it was on Saturday night because I went out Friday night. So Saturday night was the night of rest.
Okay.
We're a Christian household.
Sure.
And so I get in the elevator and it's like a group of frat boys in the elevator. And I was like, oh, okay.
Do you guys want this?
I was like, do you guys know what this is? And they're like, oh, yeah, we know what that is. That's like a bong. And they like took it and they're like taking it out of the packaging. They're like, are you sure you don't want this? This is like really expensive. And I was like, yeah, like I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I learned how to roll a joint in 10th grade. I'm like, that is how I'm smoking if I need to smoke. And and so I hear them leaving the building and they're like, yo, and then they like yelled the name of the brand. They were like, it's this brand. Oh my God.
It's
like,
a whatever.
Did you know? Yeah, it's Puffco. They were like, it's Puffco. Did you? Oh my God, that guy gave it. It was so funny. I could hear them like leaving the building.
Do you think the brand now is going to be upset with you that you gave away their thing?
No, I think they were like, they just sent it. They were like, I don't think they were like, you must.
No, not you must.
You must go through like an ounce a week.
Well, I feel like if somebody is sending you merch, they would like for you.
I think they wanted me to like post about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now instead you've given it to a bunch of frat boys. Michael is an ingrate. Me, however.
You know what? I made those frat boys night. They're still talking about it. They're like,
you did.
Remember that bald guy in sweatpants who just like gave us this expensive
like, oh, wait, what guy? You know, the old guy?
Yeah, you know
he's
that
like
guy.
In his late 30s?
Jason Statham. Who was it? It was that guy. Wait, oh my God, wait, my algorithm? Okay, wait.
What's your algorithm?
While we're like talking about like dark stuff, I did have a PSA. I saw yesterday that there's a report that DHS and ICE are moving pregnant migrants to Texas so that they don't have to provide abortion care, because in Texas, it's basically illegal to get an abortion. It's almost impossible, especially if you're at a detention center.
Right.
And so there's been this like big expose that they are indeed doing this. And I thought it was an important opportunity to talk a bit about, there is this term that came up in the report called a pregnant child that people have really are hung up on, rightfully so.
Sure. A pregnant child.
Right. And they're usually survivors of sexual assault, trigger warning.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to talk about because I saw a lot of comments of people sending it to me, asking me about child pregnancy, what that is, why that is, and to sort of like do a breakdown of that. So I think it's important to highlight that rape survivors are oftentimes not afforded abortion care in Texas. That's very real. That's like a women's issue.
Yep.
And it's this like awful crossover episode with what's happening in immigration in America right now, because they're sort of like forcing these survivors of rape to carry out a pregnancy. That oftentimes, in my experience, when I have migrants asking me for help as their lawyer and they're pregnant, they're fleeing a regime where sexual violence is sort of like a part of the culture or a part of the humanitarian crisis in that country.
Right.
They're coming here for asylum relief to get away from that humanitarian crisis to a country that's supposed to be recognized as a place where we have basic human rights. Well, and especially women's rights and women's care. So I wanted to highlight that because I think I hear this a lot of like, well, why are they here? Or there's just like a lot of not understanding like why migrants are here, why there are so many migrants in America. And I will say that it's because we are, our location is a place where people can access America. And it's one of the places where we're supposed to have these rights and this care. And they get here and oftentimes they're held in a detention center that is in worse conditions than the country they're fleeing. So this sort of like misconception around, oh, well, why don't they just go home? Or they wanted to move here because they wanted to be a rapper in a music video. Right. No, they're 13 and they were raped and they're now pregnant and they're coming here to get away from their family or their assailant or
just horrible conditions of, I
had a client who is an adult now who I was representing, and part of the military regime when they were growing up in their Central American country was that sexual violence against children was a part of a military strategy. So it was a way to keep people in line and a way to keep people afraid of the government. And it was documented and institutionalized in the government and military tactics. So I think when people are like, why do they want to come here? Or a judge will ask my client, what do you want to do when you're here? What's your dream job? And it's like, no, baby, like we're literally just trying to survive.
I'm trying to survive.
Like it's not.
I would like the opportunity to survive. I'd like the opportunity to live, provide a certain standard of care for my family and myself. But that is exactly the kind of thing that I'm sick of. Do you know what I mean? Yes. I mean, and I understand that I need to hear it, right? Yeah. But sometimes I just need a break.
And take that break, honey.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, because so many people contact me like, hey, I'm burning out, but I watch your videos because like you give me hope and it's a little bit of insight, but I'm not anxious. It's not the doom scrolling, right? It's a little bit of a disruption from that. And you also I'm always like, take a break. Yeah. Go to yoga.
You also provide the information with some humor, right?
Thank you.
You do.
I try.
No,
I try, but sometimes it gets really serious.
No. I mean, you definitely also have your serious moments, but I think that's what makes it palatable for people, right? Is like, oh, this guy, he's obviously smart, he knows what he's talking about, but he's also like funny.
I get so uncomfortable with compliments. I'm sorry. It's not anything. It's not you.
I know, but thank you. You're very welcome.
It's hard for me to like. It's hard for me to.
Compliments are hard for a lot of people, but somebody said something to me once. They had said something to me and I was like, no, whatever. And they were like, you know what? That's actually really fucked up. Like,
take the compliment.
Because now you're making me feel bad,
thank
right?
You. Thank
no. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. But like, so when somebody gives you a compliment, just say thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, let's take a break so I can not be so red.
Did you see the thing that Meghan McCain posted where she said some of the movies that cost less than Kristi Noem's $220 million ad campaign budget were Oppenheimer, Barbie, Top Gun Maverick, Dune, and Batman?
My father said.
I can't keep Meghan McCain. I can't figure out where she's going with anything. Where do you fall on the political spectrum, Meghan McCain? Because now what is she talking about Kristi Noem and how expensive the plane was?
I mean, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess
all that is
conservatives
true.
Are like budget hawks.
Yeah, but also I think, she loves to talk about her father. My father this, my father that. It's actually really frustrating. Yeah. There's a part of me that feels like, will you just let that man rest in peace, please? Like, stop conjuring him up again.
If I die, you have my permission to go on the book circuit just with, Weekend at Bernie's me, whatever you have to do.
Done.
Dancing around with me on strings.
Done. I got you.
You've got my express permission here on the show to go for it.
I will
sell those tickets,
I will sell those tickets. But I think that her father is one of sort of the last Republicans that we had been used to. That he was not like this new kind of Republican, right?
And yes, he would sort of like, I remember he would just surprise people with his votes when he was the swing vote. Yeah. He'd be like, oh,
yep, exactly.
Did something different actually, and people would get really mad.
I think somebody who, whether you agreed with him or not, had a certain standard of ethics that he subscribed to. And because...
Whether you agree with those ethics or not.
Correct. Right. 100%. They were there. He had them. But like you said, though, I think that Republicans tended to be fiscally responsible. Yeah. This is not.
Kristi Noem.
This is the actual opposite.
What were the movies, CJ?
It was
Oppenheimer,
Barbie, Top
Gun.
Cost
less than the plane.
Top Gun Maverick, Dune, and The Batman.
Girl, bye. She will be in prison at some point.
I certainly hope so.
Now,
I certainly hope so.
Get ready for the trial of. It's going to be. I'm going to watch that trial.
And like I said, like he's going to throw these people under the bus.
Oh,
I mean, he already
the view from of the undercarriage of the M15. That's what's going to happen because I mean, how many Scaramucci's did she last? What was that?
37.2.
37.2 Scaramucci she lasted. That's actually pretty good.
I love that Scaramucci is a measurement. It's a measurement of time. I'm going to be about 3 Scaramucci's late. Like
I'm running the marathon and how many Scaramucci's? So insiders say Trump was angry when Kristi Noem revealed in testimony that Trump knew about the $220 million for ad campaigns. And this was how stupid. I'm actually insulted that she and her friends thought that we were stupid enough that we wouldn't find that her friend created an ad company 9 days before the no bid contract was awarded to said ad company to a friend that was so easily traceable back to Kristi. The fucking Miss Frizzle on the Magic School Bus could have found that shit. Like there is no way that anyone was going to sneak that in. There were no shell companies. There were no Panama Papers. This wasn't.
But I think that this is exactly what they do, right? They really think that the American people are stupid. Trump, I love the uneducated. Like they keep on, and that's what it is. And the other thing that I find so fucking galling is that they all think that they're the clever ones. They're going to be the ones who get away with it. It's like the senator who thinks that he's not going to get caught propositioning somebody in a bathroom, right?
Like Don Jr., the day after the Iran war, bought all this stock in a drone company.
Like,
you have the same last name as the president. It's the same name.
I hate that everyone. This is what I'm saying. It's not even clever.
Just sipping on dumb bitch juice. Like
freshly squeezed.
Sip.
I hate it.
And then the Epstein files are still in the news.
Yep, they are.
Because I'm keeping them there.
Yeah.
Pam Bondi, our friend Robert Garcia, friend of the pod, just subpoenaed Pam Bondi and will continue to fight for survivors, which we love to see at Diva. Yeah. Especially subpoenaing Pam Bondi. Oh my God.
It's the same woman.
These are the things that keep me going. So keep up the work because like you're so tired. But these things that I hear about, they energize me.
No, I hear you. But this is the same woman who there were some Epstein survivors sitting in back of her, and when she was testifying, and they're like, "Will you turn around and look at these women?" And she absolutely refused. She like pretended to take notes and stuff. Like I said, the cruelty and the stupidity is like overwhelming.
Her paper is just like a doodle. It's just like a script. She's just writing her name. Or remember the
X,
the S that we used to do in the 90s? The like 3 lines,
Yeah,
and then you connect it.
Everybody did that. Yeah. It's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I would love to see her in an orange jumpsuit too.
It's truly become like Hollywood East is DC. It's really become just like an entertainment movie making machine.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
I think the internet, when we were all dunking on Kristi Noem last week when she got God. That was some of the most beautiful memography I've really seen in a long time.
Not memography.
We got to bring back the National Endowment of the Arts to support the memography that I saw last week on the internet, because that was just beautiful chef's kiss work.
It was. Couldn't happen to a nicer person. That bitch.
That is a cautionary tale about fillers, Kristi Noem. That's the other thing I want to say. Be careful. Put down the pump, because Kristi Noem, how old is she? She's got to be early.
Like
No, early 40s, 30s?
I think Kristi Noem is my age. Yeah. She's 54.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not a cautionary tale of fillers.
No, it is.
It is.
Could look her again, and it's, forget how we feel about her, but it's sort of, again, it's like this idea of when you do a medical intervention on your face, you don't know how your face is going to what? You don't know how your face is going to react. Like,
isn't like a medical intervention like it's a stint.
Well, no, but I mean, like, people that's what they're doing, right? Like these sort of like cosmetic interventions.
Right. When you like interrupt what the Lord was working with, and then with what Dr. Famf is doing.
And listen, I completely understand the desire. Like, you look at your face and you're just like, I wonder if I just a little. But the problem is that you don't know how your face is going to react. Right. And isn't it better? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Isn't it better to just sort of age and look like yourself than to sort of age? And now her face is like a roadmap. It's like all like, no, but it's not. I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, I'm just saying. It's but it's like Caroline, what's her name, with her lip filler. You can see the injections.
The dots.
Wouldn't you be better to have slighter lips?
It was like the Cracker Barrel to connect the dots on the kids menu on her lips. Remember that?
Very bad.
That's why only change your hair. I'm coming in with an 18-inch human hair bundle next week to the pod.
Okay.
And I'm going to be I'm going to be a different person.
Are you really?
No.
Although I do.
We talked about if I went to Turkey and just got like a full head of hair.
I don't even know.
Came back ginger.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'd be able to look at you right in the eye anymore. You would look so different.
You don't know this about Mélissa. She does that with anyone with hair. She won't look them in the eye.
That's actually like my problem when somebody in front of me like does something to their face, and I'm always like, I'm like, do I look or do I not look? My dad.
You and I, yeah.
My dad, the biggest yenta in the world, would see somebody
and say something,
but look at me and be like, Misa, look. She looks good, guys. She looks good, guys. And I'm like, shut up, Joel. Yeah.
Look.
But that's what happens when somebody's got something distracting on their face.
And you can't keep it. You can read the face.
It's
you
terrible.
do not have a poker face.
Not for that, I don't. Because I'm just like... And then I do this thing where I feel like, okay, so I'm going to look at them for a beat of 2. And then I'm going to look away.
Not the rhythm method. Not the counting. Oh my God. Not the rhythm method, Mélissa.
And we all know the rhythm method doesn't work.
It doesn't work because people are like, why is Mélissa counting to herself?
But like, I just got my forehead done. Because I feel like I have to like try and balance the normal eye contact with the not.
Speaking of memography, I saw Kris Jenner's facelift. Mm-hmm. Have you seen this? Mm-hmm. Someone put a meme out there that said they stepped on her back and yanked when they told her that they did her facelift, because she really does. And someone did a side by side. It was like 55 and 56, and she looks incredible.
She looks so good.
Kathy Griffin talked about how that doctor, she wouldn't say the name, but it's $1 million now for that facelift because she looks so good.
She
Everyone in LA
good.
is going to her.
But here's the problem. Kris Jenner looks good. Who's to say that I'm going to look good if I have this? That's what I'm saying. You don't know what your face is going, what your personal face is going to do, right?
Did you ever do a divine corpse in art class?
No, what is that?
Oh, okay. You fold a piece of paper up and each person draws a little part and then you...
Where did you go to school?
I went to unaccredited boat that sank. That was my high school.
I've never heard of this.
Never heard of this?
Never.
Okay. We don't need to go into my education.
Wait, what is it called?
A divine corpse. You basically fold up a piece of paper and pass it around the room.
Divine corpse is coming up as a Christian...
Exquisite corpse.
Okay, you said divine corpse.
Okay. Very similar synonym.
No, for sure, but like...
Bust out the thesaurus.
But when I Googled divine corpse, something else came up. So, wait, what is it called?
Exquisite corpse.
Exquisite corpse.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
The surge. There was something plastic surgery on my feet as well. The ear hair removal.
With wax?
The Turkish ear hair guys. Yeah. That's so satisfying to me.
It is.
Because it looks like it really fucking hurts.
I'm sure it does.
The guys are always like,
anytime you put hot wax on your skin and you yank the hair out.
It's going to hurt.
Right?
That's going to hurt.
I get waxed every 4 weeks. I've been doing it forever. It still fucking hurts.
Do you wax your eyebrows?
No, I thread my eyebrows.
That's
very painful.
It hurts.
It's very painful.
And it's different from plucking how?
I don't know.
Okay. We're going to research that and come right back.
Yeah.
Was there sexual chemistry, energy from that RFK video that you saw?
No.
Were you feeling like...
I was so overwhelmed with disgust. So no.
Shut down?
There was no... Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, you feel like... Sorry, I'm going to say something really gross. Like, I've never felt drier in my life. Like, it's so fucking worse.
It really brought you back to your sex ed class from the nun. It's teaching you.
Like
Sister Therese.
Yeah. I hate that I remember that so clearly, Sister Therese.
I would remember if I were taught sex ed from a nun. I would remember.
My typing teacher was Sister Nancy, and we hated her, and we used to call
Sister Nancy.
Sister Nancy. Did I say it funny?
You said it like the guy at my bodega. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You were like, Sister Nancy.
Sister Nancy. We used to call her Sister Shift Bitch.
Why?
Because when you're typing shift, so when you
shift.
took, Sister Shift, she was horrible.
You know how to type right, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Type in our guest's name on your work computer and see what comes up.
I won't.
Our guest today is a prolific gay porn star.
Yep.
Boomer Banks. I'm so excited.
So am I.
It's going to be really fun.
Questions.
I met him at a party a couple weeks ago. We had a party at Verse and it was really fun and he came.
Okay.
And he's a DJ now.
All right.
Okay, so
transitioning to a new career.
Shift, bitch. Welcome back to Brief Recess. I'm Michael Foote. Today we have the extraordinary, prolific, household name, famous Catholic pastor, Boomer Banks.
Recovering Catholic.
Aren't we all?
Also known as an extraordinary adult performer, entrepreneur, entertainer, DJ, anything else you want me to add?
I could do a somersault.
Yeah. Okay.
We love that.
Did you do that in some of the adult videos?
No.
That's a good opener. Yeah.
No.
I'm just brainstorming.
I think that would hurt.
That's what would hurt.
That's what would hurt.
That's what would hurt.
That's what would hurt. And that's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I thought it would be fun to have you on. I want to talk about the adult entertainment industry, your experiences in it. Your life is just fascinating.
It's a complete different, from what you guys usually have on here.
No, we have everyone.
No.
Well, everyone, yes.
But yes. This is our first time really diving into this. But I think it's so interesting because I think the adult entertainment industry is opaque. A lot of people don't know what happens behind the scenes. They don't know that these are paid performers. These are contracts. These are studios.
Watches it.
But everyone watches it.
Everybody watches it.
I'm there for the
no
articles.
matter what they say to you.
No matter what they say to you. And also, they seem to think that we are healthcare professionals.
Really?
They ask the most craziest questions. if someone becomes HIV positive, they expect me to know something, which I do. And which is crazy. So to further that, I did become well educated with my sexual health because people would come, and I didn't want people of color not to have, I won't ever give anybody, I am not a healthcare professional.
Right.
I will let them know, hey, this is what I know, but you should ask
that's great.
But a lot of times in rural like Ohio, there is no queer doctor for them to go to. So, I give them some sort of guidance and that's all I could do. But it's very interesting how much they think we know. They want to tell us things.
That's interesting because like that is not at all what I would think. Like if I were,
a lot of us grew up very okay with our sexuality and well, I don't know about a lot of us, but there's a lot of people that are okay with sexuality and they don't need to center themselves in that sexual arena and be like, oh, they know.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you think it's because people have watched you that they feel like they know you and therefore feel comfortable sharing something with you?
Yeah, everybody thinks they know me.
You sure they do? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that people often think that they know famous people, like, because if you see a news anchor, that person comes into your house every day, your favorite television star. So if they're watching your movies, then they will feel like they know you.
And I have an interesting relationship with that word famous and celebrity. I always talk to my therapist about it. And it does, even talking about it right now makes me uncomfortable. I get that at this like ginormous level, like I am known and a lot of times it's very clear. One of the funniest things is I'll be at an airport and there'll be a man like pushing a baby cart with his wife and he gets flushed and you're like, oh, that man watches gay porn.
Why are you so red, sir? Sir, excuse me, TSA.
And I'll smile and they'll just like not know what to do. But yes, it is very interesting. But it's also interesting in the way that like a lot of people like do know, but they don't want to admit that they know.
Right. They'll pretend like they don't know you or they've never seen your work.
Well, that's more of a gay thing for these gays to be like, oh, what's your name?
That's not because you're they do that to me too. and then I'll be like, oh,
and they'll be in your DMs.
They're already following me.
Or they're in your DMs.
Yeah, already DM messages. Yeah.
With
that's
very
just gay people
insane pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
that you could see their religion.
Yeah. Okay. Our DMs are probably a little different. But sometimes people will be asking
Speaking of DMs really quick, like, so I shared the other day that I was like, seasonal depression is real.
Who was it?
That wasn't who. It wasn't
Graham. Lindsey Graham.
Oh my God, please. But no. And then I posted a picture of me and my dog and I was like, oh, this is my cure for seasonal depression. And I just kept getting all these like gaping hole pictures. And I'm like,
oh,
did it cure your seasonal depression?
No. But it's like, I just was being vulnerable. But I was like, this is what and I posted, I was like, I guess this is what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Like,
damn. Wow. No chill.
But I literally just posted some guys like, do you want to see the video of me? I just put a piece of soap up my butt. And I was like, what are we doing?
Not the Irish Spring,
I hope it was an Irish Spring. I would think that would like burn.
It would burn. It would absolutely. Did you ever use Irish Spring? Your skin dries up instantly.
Oh my God. That's
you turn into
the soap scum from Irish Spring.
I just remember in college when I would hook up with a frat guy, the whole bathroom would smell like that Irish Spring.
Not Axe body spray?
No, well, also that.
Irish Spring layered with Axe body spray.
Yeah, it's like a
but you can still smell their musk because they don't really clean themselves properly.
No,
they don't. No,
it's always those used up boxer shorts that are kind of like
crunchy.
Crunchy. Oh no,
crunchy. You're like, what is this not moving like fabric?
Do people, just going back to your DMs and stuff, right? So what do you think is the desired result? Are they hoping that you will access to you, right?
Access.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is my fault. I allow a lot of it because I'm very open. about my sexual health, about my sobriety, so many things that I do, about how I advocate for trans and queer, because I identify as queer. Because to me, what I realized, what actually porn helped me realize, is that I don't really identify with the word gay, because gay to me was gay white males.
Right.
And it's become this whole thing. Like on Twitter, there's LGB, or they don't put the T or anything.
X, they don't put the rest of the
They don't?
Yeah.
No.
I got
and I have done scenes with trans men, and they're like, you're straight, you're doing straight porn with women. And I'm like, that is a man.
Also, it's none of your fucking business to tell me what I am.
Right. Yes.
I mean, today, someone posted on the scene that I did with a trans man, and they're like, girl. And I'm like, what are you doing?
People in comments are wicked and wild. I can't.
Oh, that's not even. I mean, that's. I feel bad for my trans brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And I just block now. I don't even engage no more.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm very open about my HIV status as well. And people will tell me to die of AIDS.
Sure.
They just flat out die of AIDS.
And it's almost like,
because I don't respond to them the way they want me to respond.
And now with like the internet, it's almost like if you want to engage with an audience, or you want to be an accessible public figure who you want people to be able to come and ask you a question, or you want to be supportive of your trans siblings in the queer community, it's almost like the cost of doing business nowadays, that you have to be willing to
especially
see
now,
the hate
people
speech.
are so emboldened to like.
Well, they feel safe, don't they? Right? They're behind their keyboard, and they feel like they could say whatever.
And there's someone in the White House that is allowing them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a dog whistle.
Yeah.
So now people are showing themselves their asses.
Yeah.
Even people in my and so to further, I left the proper adult industry 3 years ago. I didn't make a big announcement. I think it's weird when people are like, I'm quitting porn. Cool. Great. Good for you. Like, when were you doing it?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Sorry, we didn't know you started.
How long were you in it before you left?
It was a good over a decade.
Okay.
Like a solid decade. And they just not this January, but the January before that, they gave me a Hall of Fame award. And I'm only the second person of color to ever win that award.
Wow.
And there's so many beautiful people of color in the gay porn industry.
Is there a lot of racism in the porn industry?
So racism, to me, I equate hate.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of prejudice.
Okay.
There's a lot of instilled, prejudice. They think that because this is making money and it's just a bunch of Caucasians. Like when I started at the studio that I started at, they asked me to be exclusive right after my first scene. They're like, the president called, and I thought it was because I'm an ex-addict, and every time someone calls that's higher than me, I think I'm in trouble. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do already?
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
And they offered me exclusive contract to be exclusive for this company. And it's one of the biggest gay porn companies. And I was like, what? And they're basically calling me a really good whore. Like they're like, you're really good at this.
Congratulations.
We should give you more money. And I was like,
it's unusual to get.
It's very unusual.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was my first scene, and I did it on my 33rd. Okay. I was 33 years old that day that I did that first scene on my Jesus year.
What?
My Jesus year, I did porn.
What was that? What was that? Why were they seeking you out like that? What was the impetus?
I've always been very comfortable with my sexuality. And it helped that I was doing a scene with someone from New York that I had known before. Maybe, I don't know. I just like, even the director who I call my porn mom, Steve Cruz, he was just like, you're really good at this. And I was like, how are you good at this? But it's not what you guys think. Yeah. It's not like, OnlyFans now has revolutionized everything. Like you could just like film, and that's more genuine, right? I guess, than what was presented. Because like literally, they have a checklist.
I was going to ask you.
There's a checklist. They're like, we're going to do oral, but then we're going to jump and do this, and then we're going to go back to this. It's not in chronological order all the time. So it's not like, we're just going to film you guys have, sex. Yeah. So I was not ready for that. But I was, I guess, because they asked me to be exclusive, and I was like, hold on, we just went on one date. Like,
yeah, right.
But there was no one like me
on their network.
And there wasn't. It was just it was just Caucasian men. And even though they asked me to be exclusive for Raging Salad, which was the more like alternative brand that they had at Falcon, I was still browner than everyone else.
Wow.
And the first year I came in and I had told them, because there was so I also tell this story that I think actual porn stars like ceased to exist with supermodels. Once there was complete access, like Twitter and you know, Ted from Ohio can show his hole and put, I'm a porn star.
Right.
Yes.
Because on Twitter, he's showing off. That's great. Ted, you could have that word.
Right.
I am not that.
Right.
Porn stars to me were like inaccessible. Like, you know, I watched VHS porn. So there was a big box porn.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If you don't know what VHS is, fuck off.
Yeah, seriously.
And so those guys were porn. It was God, I can't even think of names right now. But one of them was very queer and very open. His name was Francois Sagat. And he's this French guy. And he has this tattoo, full head tattoo, like blacked in. And, and it's like a hairline thing. And he's still beautiful to this day. Very popular. He did fashion. He was queer. Like he was queer. He wasn't gay. He was very, sometimes you'd see him be effeminate.
Like who you idolized.
And I knew that I embraced my femininity. I knew that I was versatile. A lot of things.
Right.
But, you know, when I started, I was very pigeonholed into one thing. I was just a top. I was just this, and I get why.
That was like,
I was going to ask you why.
Race.
Anatomy.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anatomy. I was larger than probably anybody, not anybody, but a lot of people.
Okay.
And what they didn't bargain for was this, a personality.
A person.
Like they didn't, and when I told them, like, I know that you guys had Francois as an exclusive before. If you guys do what you did for him, for me, and they're like, oh, well, Francois did a lot. I was like, you do you. I will do me. And literally, Paper Magazine, the New Yorker, Time Out Magazine, the New York Times, they all wrote about this porn guy that knew how to couture a gown because I moved to New York for fashion.
Wow.
And I was in nightlife and like a lot of things. There was a lot of things happening. And so my first year, I came at guns a-blazing, and I won Performer of the Year my first year. And it was like, you know, that girl that wins Best Actress her first year, and then you don't see her no more.
Yes.
It's not that you didn't see me after that.
Right.
It was just like, oh, he already won. Like, and then like they just kept hiring more white guys.
Right.
And I started speaking up, and they didn't like that. And I became the loud, aggressive person of color.
Sure.
And for a while, I was okay with that.
Where was your sobriety during this whole journey? Like, what
I was already 9 years clean and sober of everything.
Okay.
When you started.
When I started. So I made this decision as like, I literally called my sponsor and I was like, hey, and he's like, I'm surprised you haven't already done this. And I was like, excuse me? And he literally, it was a straight man at the time.
Yeah.
I have a gay sponsor now, but he was a straight man. And he's like, all the guys think you're sexy. And straight people in recovery are so okay with their like saying stuff like that about other dudes. And I was like, who? Like, what?
That's really interesting to hear. Did you have a hard time accepting that as truth, that somebody else could look at you and say, yes. Because today Michael and I were talking and I gave him a compliment and he got squirmy.
I gave him a compliment at thing that we met and he gets squirmy. He gets squirmy around compliments.
Well, I mean, and I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So were you like, what is he talking about? Like sexy how?
Well, the reason I had a problem with the word sexy because I equated it to being feminine. So that was my issue with the word sexy. Okay. But at that point, I was seeking out like the queerness that I didn't know I wanted and the femininity and it's like this for me.
Okay.
Like people see me and I guess I'm masculine presenting, but I'm very okay in my skin of who I am. If you would have seen me as a kid, I was a I don't know if I can say that word.
Sure you can.
I was such a, and it wasn't so much that I cared because I wanted my family to love me and I wanted my friends to love me. But I actually, looking back, I don't think I cared because I was so feminine.
Yeah.
Like, and I grew up with a single mother who was, when she was sober, because she actually passed away of alcoholism when I was 14.
Oh, that's rough.
And but she was this, like, when she was sober, she was glamorous. Like, I remember she used to wear this tube top black shimmery jumpsuit with red pumps and a red lip, and she had jet black hair. And I was like, that's my mom.
Yeah, it is.
But also, she wasn't my mom. Like, she
wasn't present
ever.
Right.
Ever.
Can I ask you, after your mom passed away, who did you grow up with?
My mom had a brother who was probably the only family member that loved my mother. Like, she was the youngest sister, but they all thought that all she needed to do was they were Catholic. All she needed to do was go to church, and then and she'd be okay. She'd be okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But we would go to church, and she would be drinking vodka out of her purse. So I growing up seeing that, I was like, you guys are crazy. Like, she goes to church and drinks. Like, it's not working, guys. So how am I going to get my mom back?
Yeah.
Or how am I going to get a mom, period? So it's interesting. So yeah, like, I was already sober, and I had made this decision, and I have these people telling me you're sexy. But also, when I would go on dates before, and people would take off my pants and they'd be like, whoa, what's that? And I'd be like, what are you talking about? I've never been the person that walks in dick first. There's people in our gay world that you already know they have a big dick because they've told everybody they have a big dick even before they walked inside the room. Yeah. And I just was never like that. So now, because of porn, people know. But before that, it just wasn't. And even now, people are always like, you don't seem to be that kind of, like.
I was going to ask you, like, what's it like dating? Like, I know your partner now, but when were you single? When you, like, what was it like?
I never was a dater. I was always okay being by myself.
Okay. I
think once I got sober, and because I've had such, like, relapse is not a part of my story. Yeah. And it is a part of a lot of people's story. Sure. I don't know why. Yeah. When I stopped, it was like, if I go back out, I'm going to die. Yeah. And survival to me has always been such, like, the foundation of who I am. Constantly waking up thinking, like, how am I going to make it through today? Right. Has always been a thing. Even I remember being 5, having to cook my own breakfast because my mother was nowhere to be found. My mother disappearing for like a month at a time sometimes. Wow. Like, people are like, oh, who's going to pay the rent? And I'm like, I'm 7.
I'm 7, yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do?
But I think it's interesting because I oftentimes hear from people who then have incredible business success, right? Like, if like the splashy, sexy side of your industry, if we extract that and just talk about your success as a business person is really impressive, really. Like, truly, like, you have your own company now. You retired from the industry on a high note,
and I started
really
that because I still was going. That's why I never said, like, I'm retiring from porn, because I knew that I still was going to dabble. Yeah. And even in my acceptance speech for the Hall of Fame award, I was like, you haven't seen the last of me. Yeah. And then foreskinmafia.com came out, and it's been less than a year. It's almost going to be a year, actually. In May, and it's a new company, so but it's technically just like my personal OnlyFans, so that I don't have to go through OnlyFans, right? So, and it's building, and people love it. People who subscribe don't have issues, and it's not just guys. It's I didn't want to call it boomerbanks.com because I wanted to use that for my music. Okay. Because DJing has been taking a front seat of everything. And I know we're talking about porn, and it's always going to be interesting to talk about. And I don't mind talking about it, but music is definitely the love of my life right now. and along with my dog and my partner.
Sure. Make sure you say that.
Yeah. But music is so important to me, and I didn't realize how important it was. And it took losing a friend to addiction to realize how important music was and how it was very, it soothed any sort of, it helped depression.
Yeah. When did you decide that music was going to take the front seat? At what point? Because you tell us, were you...
3 years ago, my best friend accidentally overdosed.
Okay.
It was a fentanyl overdose. And we used to share music every Friday.
Okay.
And a very legendary DJ named Nita Abiance, who lives in New York. They have a DJ collective called the Carry Nation, and they're huge in the scene here in New York. And I've been really close with them. The first time I go dance, they were DJing. So I was just talking to them. They're like, "You love music. Like, why don't you come to the studio?" You sit behind me. You stand behind me at the booth all the time. If you haven't learned something by now, like, what were you doing?
Yeah, right.
And I have, and it's ever growing. Like you can't fake like you can learn all the knobs and everything and the technical part of everything, but you can't fake taste when it comes to music, especially the queers here in New York City or just people in general with music. Like if you're not creating a vibe, they don't care.
No one's gonna care.
And the music is huge. There's so many, every queen in Bushwick is trying to do their own DJ party the first Monday of every full moon. I went to one this weekend.
Where'd you go?
I went to Come On Everybody.
Okay. What was happening there?
The Very Party?
Very Party. Okay.
And I was like, I don't like this. And we went next door. We went 5 minutes down the road to a different one.
What did you like about it? Well, the vibe
was just pots and pans. Okay. It was pots and pans.
So it was like circuit music.
I was like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
But it's a competitive market in New York.
Yeah.
It is. It's very competitive because there are really good DJs.
But you've broken through. I mean, I have seen some of your shows, and I've seen
but I still have a lot to learn. And I knew that it was going to be a hard sell because I also, they love to love me when they're talking about porn or whatever, but it's like that whole thing. Like you're not going to introduce your mom to a porn star. Like some people have, and moms love me.
Mom's a fan.
But you're also not doing porn when you meet the mom, right? Like that's like.
But and a lot of the moms, like they're so intrigued that like there's this multi-dimensional human, and they're like, oh wow, he takes off his clothes. But he also can hold a conversation, and he's eloquent, and he's brown. And all those things can exist at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the parallels between like the music industry and the porn industry are very real. Like, right, we're talking about like creator-based content creation,
right? And also there's so much, and the ones that have like the porn people that have tried to do music have failed. Like, and so when I started, they're like, oh, a porn.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck.
DJ.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
But my mentor, Nita Aviance, was like, your name is going to get you in the door.
Sure.
Your music is going to keep you there.
Right.
And it's everything else, right? Like, and it's a business mind, right? Like this is an industry that you're a part of, the music industry. Yeah. So being able to apply that sort of business mind, that entrepreneur spirit, I think that's really interesting. And that's like such a cool story to sort of follow, right? Because
and you talk, and so when you said bring props, I did, and I forgot I left it in the backpack. But so what I keep forgetting is that I have done these pretty major things. So there's this, I'm sure you guys are familiar, and I'm sure some of the guys here are familiar with Fleshlight. It's a toy that you insert yourself into.
Sure.
And I
Googled it.
It's mainly women, and there's a lot of beautiful women. I've met a lot of them, and a lot of them are amazing, and I'm really good friends with a lot of them. And then they created a men's side, and it's called Flesh Jack. And it's apparently was a very prestigious thing to have a toy collection with them. And I told Michael, I was like, I'm a Mr. Potato Head. I have my butt. I have my butt. I have my penis, and I also have my lips.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's really
The quick shot. Yeah. The quick shot is my mouth.
That's the triple threat people talk about. We're right here. We're very close to Broadway right now.
So when people tell me to go fuck myself, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
So
I literally can.
You can really follow through with that.
I can follow
People tell me to
through.
go fuck myself all the time.
I mean,
Sure they do.
well, that part of my career hasn't taken off yet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still time.
And I told you bring anything you want to. I told you bring anything you want to promote.
But I make money off of that, and I've been the seasonal depression.
Yeah.
It was the 3-year anniversary. It was his birthday recently, at the beginning of February. A lot happens. I'm about to move in with my partner. Like so much.
Whoa.
And it doesn't make me feel sexy. And a lot of people don't talk about that.
Right.
Yeah.
These content creators don't come on podcasts and talk about how sometimes they don't feel sexy.
Yeah. What do you do when you don't feel sexy? And you've
but
gotta
me. I
perform?
literally have not posted anything on my Twitter.
Yeah. Because you're just not feeling
And
it.
I'm thinking, and every week I'm like, it's Monday. I'm going to be sexy this week. And then Monday hits and you're like, I have to wake up at 8. I have to go here. I have a podcast to do today.
It's the same for people not in the
I was going to say, it's, I think I'll say this as a woman who's, a woman of a certain age. There is something about that. And I've been talking about this a lot. Like I've been looking at my face and recognizing that I'm getting older and not feeling the way that I think I should feel. Do you know what I'm saying?
Skin though.
Thank you. But you know what
So
I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
Because people tell me yesterday, they're like, your skin is skinning. And I was like,
it's fierce. It looks really good. It looks really good.
I mean, so like, it's not, it's for me, it's honestly, it's the aging. Do you know what I'm saying?
and yesterday I, not to keep bringing it down, but yesterday I went to a wake of a friend who just passed away and he was only in his early 50s.
Wow.
And you start seeing your mortality.
Yes.
Like you're like, I'm only like less than 10 years away from this. Like, can I die? Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I have so much more. Like my life didn't start till I moved to New York City.
Really?
I'm so in love with the city.
Okay.
Like I have never been more happy in my life. I was born in Mexico. And I was brought here when I was a year old. And right off the bat in Mexico, and you know more than anybody, in Southern California, the races are all divided.
Yes.
And they all are prejudiced against each other. The Mexicans hate the Asians hate the people, black people hate Mexicans. Like growing up, it was just this vicious circle, and it's society that puts us against each other.
Yes. 100%.
Because
keep each other down so white people can ascend.
I mean, that's how colonialism works.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
That's how divide and conquer. Right.
And so it oftentimes, but I wanted, like, I literally would like, I wanted to be everything else other than who I was.
Yeah.
I think that had a lot to do with also me being an addict, but like I would, I think one year I was half black. One year I was all Puerto Rican. Like I was never just Mexican because everybody hated Mexicans in Southern California.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that self-loathing runs deep sometimes.
The self-loathing is a killer.
Self-loathing, and it took me into my like doing porn, being in therapy, to realize. Because I remember having a conversation with my therapist about what I thought the standard of beauty was, and I'm describing somebody that looks like him.
Sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but you know what though?
When
Boomer,
the world is literally, I have 500,000 followers. Because of the way that I look.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But that is the standard of beauty was not created for us, right? The standard of beauty, I mean, I was a little girl growing up and the standard of beauty was Farrah Fawcett. And I can do whatever I want, but I will never look like her. Do you know what I'm saying? So and you grow up.
I've been watching How to Get Away with Murder, is that what it's called? Yeah. And they're constantly blowing out their hair.
Oh, don't get me started on the hair.
And then I just saw the episode where it was Scandal and it was Olivia Pope and I forget her name.
Viola Davis.
And Viola Davis. And they both have their hair like just blown out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys have beautiful
natural hair.
Yeah. It is But that is, and especially if you're thinking about, Olivia Pope and whoever Viola Davis played, that they were women in business, right? They were lawyers and they were in front of people.
Yes.
And so in order to make yourself more, I keep on saying this, palatable, right? You have to do everything that you can do to assimilate as much as possible.
And when you do, then you're called the things. And it's just like...
And the other thing about it is like I said, I can do whatever I want to assimilate. At the end of the day, this is a Black woman.
Well, and people would be like, because these companies would put me to work with other white men. They're like, oh, he only works with white men. And I'm like, no, well, I'm the person of color.
Right.
I am in this scene as well.
Yeah.
Like, are we forgetting that I am in this scene?
I wonder, like, when you were still performing, do you... And
I still do, but not for the companies. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you were, like, something to check off, right? We need, like...
So I made sure.
Okay.
That was the one thing that I was like, I am not going to be your gardener. I am not going to be this or that. I'm going to be on the cover of those DVDs at the time. If you don't know what the DVD is, fuck off. And I was. I was on many covers. They made movies surrounding me that weren't like just like I mean,
like The Gang Member,
all that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just it was always me. Like even when they did a movie called Foreskin Mafia for me, and I wore like
I'm just
Rick Owens, and like I was able to dress up like the way I wanted to dress up.
I hear Foreskin Mafia and I just think The Sopranos.
Yes.
And I like just imagining James Gandolfini.
I am the James Gandolfini of porn.
You just gave us our episode title.
I am
the James Gandolfini.
No, but
welcome to the studio.
I was listening to Jennifer Lawrence do the podcast with Amy Poehler.
Yes. Yeah.
And I turned to my partner. I was like, I think I'm the Jennifer Lawrence of porn because like I'm so open.
And you just say everything.
Everything. Like people ask about whatever, and I'm like, yeah, this is what's happening. And she's very that. They're like, oh, and then people are always surprised that she's just like herself.
Yeah.
Like, and she does go like down the street to go get coffee for herself. I mean, I'm not as big as Jennifer Lawrence, but like, I do things for, people are always like, oh, I can't believe you're here. Like, where am I supposed to be?
What other fan interactions can you tell us about?
Fan interactions that stand out. I mean, it's just that the funniest ones are like the dads
with the twins pushing the stroller.
That's the funniest to me. But I mean, and now people will be like, oh, I love your work. And I'm like, oh, you listen to my music.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you do music? And I'm
where can people listen to your music? I want you to plug.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Yeah, Boomer Banks on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Okay, check it out.
So the music is always going to be Boomer Banks. I worked really hard for that name.
Sure.
Yeah.
I worked really hard for that name.
Yeah, you had a long career before your music career.
Right. And but it's so much has happened, and I'm just grateful that relevancy is still a thing, and I want to feel sexy.
Sure.
I'm sure you feel, Sure. But you look like,
thank you.
Clothes to me is so much fun, and I have so much clothes, and I need to start wearing my beautiful stuff that I have, and I'm so grateful I'm moving in with a person who is like a lot more organized than me. Yeah. So that's going to be very helpful. I have so many beautiful clothes and shoes that I've like bought, and like, it's very helpful. But of course, my kind of sexy and being online is a little more provocative. And I if anybody out there can be helpful, because these other content creators, you try to talk to them about stuff like that. They don't want to talk about feelings. They don't want to talk about,
well, it doesn't make good content.
Just imagine we're in the gay club and Boomer and I are just having a sit down heart to heart about our feelings.
But that's me all the time. People always do that. People will come up to me and be like,
meanwhile, everyone around us is like, do you see what that is? Everyone's like,
me and you were having a conversation about something. Yeah. And literally when we were leaving, my partner is like, hey, it's this guy's birthday and he wants to meet you for his birthday. So it was happening when I met you.
Oh, it was happening. Yeah.
It was happening when I met you. And people are always really surprised that I'm okay saying hi because they see the tattoos and they're like,
Yeah. How do you, and if it's okay if you don't have a way to feel sexy or get out of your funk, because I feel that way sometimes. We all feel that way.
I'm talking about it because the more I talk about it, it gives the power. It takes the power away from whatever it is that I think I'm going through.
Whatever,
yeah. But I used to get the word, and I don't like when people tell me that I'm intimidating. I find that very very much a dog whistle for a person of color.
Yeah.
Maybe you're intimidated. Which is different.
Yeah. And that's not your problem.
It's not my problem.
Right.
But people say that a lot. And it's like, but then when they get to know me, they're like, oh, you're actually nice. I'm like, well, actually, yeah. I mean, now I don't know if I want to be nice.
I get that sometimes people think that I'm going to like bitch them out, or that I'm like a mean lawyer, or that I'm like too busy to chat with them, or
I don't
whatever.
think I've ever met a mean lawyer. I see them on TV.
I've definitely met some mean lawyers. I've worked with some mean lawyers.
Really?
Yeah. They're so angry. They're angry. They're bitter. They're tired.
What kind of lawyers are they?
For me, it was litigation.
Okay.
Well, anyway, thank you. Where can the girls find you? They can go to
SoundCloud is Boomer Banks. Instagram is always going to be Bacon Lover. It's Bacon LVR, which I started literally when Instagram started. I was like,
what's my name going to be?
And I was like, oh, Bacon Lover. But for me, it was like bringing home the bacon.
Yeah, right. My name.
That was so hard to explain. So people was like, you like bacon? I was like, sure.
People are showing up to your shows handing you a pack of bacon. Are they serious?
I have to throw away so much stuff that people I have this, and I don't want to throw it away. I have this cute little piggy bank that someone gave me, and it says Boomer on the side. And I just look at it and I was like, I don't want to throw that away. But people would always bring me bacon stuff.
The bacon to the...
all the time, or actual bacon. Someone brought me candied bacon once.
Yeah, mine is Pile of Cash Lover on all platforms. If you want to bring me anything,
mine
to the club,
is just my Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo.
Just her name on
my Venmo at. But yeah, and it's and I still call it Twitter. Do you guys call it X?
I call it Twitter.
Who calls it X?
No one calls it.
I'll go back and forth between Twitter, X.
I think I call it X if someone's like, it's X. I go, okay, it's X. Twitter, it's Boomer_Banks because someone took Boomer Banks. Like, what?
Who does that? Cyber squatting.
Well, someone had boomerbanks.com forever, and I guess they let it go.
Yeah.
And my business partner was like, Boomerbanks is available. And I was like, oh, buy it for me.
Snap it up. Yeah, buy
it for me. I want to use it for my music. And that's why we named the website foreskinmafia.com. It's funny. It's cheeky.
Very funny.
It's not just people with foreskin. That word is so polarizing, though.
Foreskin or mafia?
Foreskin, is it?
Is it?
I don't know. Do you think so?
No.
It's a body part, right?
It is a body part, yeah.
In my house growing up,
a lot of people don't have that body part no more.
That's
right.
In my house, we grew up calling everything by like the proper term. That was like the rule.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was no
vagina.
Yep. It was vagina, penis. Like there was no
penis. But now penis is like a really, like the gooners, they love using that word. Who just laughed? Someone's a gooner.
Represent the gooning community.
Wow. They use the word penis. They use a lot of a proper
like anatomical
term.
The gooners are appropriating the human anatomy.
Do you know what a gooner is?
I do not.
Okay. Really quick.
Lay it on me.
It is this not new. It's always been a thing, but now it's bigger. And I think it's his way of doing content without having to interact with someone else, and they can make money.
Okay.
And they'll just go on there, and it's this face that they make, and they start drooling.
It's like people who are like addicted to masturbating.
And so they masturbate, and they get close to masturbating, and you get that like face.
Yeah.
And then you stop.
And
it's become this like highly dramatized.
But then they talk. They're very verbal.
Yeah.
So they talk about their penis.
Okay.
And they like over enunciate.
That seems like such an exercise in
very
frustration.
interesting way. And I don't want to go there because then I'll sound like I'm gooning on Brief Recess.
But then it's like
Brief Recess to goon.
And I'm going to Google gooner.
You're going to go on this
a rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Not the work computer.
Not the work computer. But and then I also have the toys on Flesh Shack.
Oh, and you can buy the toys.
You can buy the toys.
And that's on foreskinmafia.com.
No, the toys are on fleshlight.com.
Fleshlight.com.
Fleshlight or fleshjack.com.
Fleshjack.
Yeah, Fleshjack.
And that's your
Ask
Mr.
me how I
Potato
know.
Head. Your whole anatomy.
My whole anatomy is available.
That was such a weird way to use the word whole. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Yes, it is.
I do want to ask you really quick. What's it like? How do you make them? I'm curious how the literal sausage is made.
Literally in the group of last people that used molding, actual molding. Now they do, but
like a 3D printer
and mine is
your wiener.
So it's not a 3D printer. They literally like use that green stuff they put in your mouth to mold your teeth.
Yes,
they use that. So they put it in a big old thing, and you insert your penis in there
like plaster,
fully hard. Yeah,
wow.
And then mine is literally identical. Like there's a side by side, but like the new guys, it looks bigger because it was like they do the little dots, the little I don't know what it's called now.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Of their penis.
Wow. Well, it's a great gift. I mean, we have Easter coming up. It's good for Easter baskets, Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Yeah.
You know,
eggs.
Grandpa's retirement party. I mean, you don't know. And this is like the no judgment show.
I don't know. Where was I yesterday? Someone's like, I have your dildo, and I was like, cool.
Church.
I was at church.
Yeah.
Sure, I was at church.
You're a priest.
Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. It was great having you.
Thank you for
be sure to check out Boomer Banks on SoundCloud.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to seeing you on our next segment, Tales from the DMs. No, that's actually the segment.
No, that's the segment. Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be my DMs, not Boomers. I think they're going to probably can show those.
We'll get in trouble.
We're going to jump right into Tales from the DMs. I thought it would be fun to answer some of your questions. We actually have some reviews that CJ pulled together. Mélissa, do you want to read some of the reviews?
I do. Let's see.
Oh, okay. This is funny. The Jenny Jones story when we did the gay panic defense. The way I felt my age realizing you had to describe 90s talk shows to people to set up a Jenny Jones story. It really was a time.
I was there.
It was a time capsule. I lived it.
I lived it. No, you didn't really live it.
Yeah, I lived it.
Were you getting milk and cookies? You were
I was staying home sick from school to watch.
Yeah.
And Plinko.
No,
I was right.
Older. I was in high school.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this is actually really funny. The art theft episode. What a treat to listen to this show after a steady nightmarish diet of horrific news. I feel almost clean now. Thanks.
that good clean feeling.
That squeaky clean feeling.
That Irish Spring feeling.
That is the worst fucking soap.
Honey.
When I first started dating Andre, the first night I spent the night at his place and I got into that shower and I saw Irish Spring. I was like, I have to help this man.
Oh, speaking of help.
Yeah.
From the ICE abuse episode with Congressman Robert Garcia, we have a comment from Spinella 6093.
I'm not going to do it, Spinella.
Have a runway show with Melissa's wardrobe and auction it all off. I wish I could help you. I have the same problem. I love thrifting.
Yep.
Hate throwing away useful things that have a life left. Feel like the quantity of stuff I have in my life is in direct conflict with my views about consumerism.
My sister, on the other hand, is a real bitch and could help you clean out that storage shed in no time. I have to tell you that I think that I am afraid to like open my closet.
Yeah.
But what I really would like.
Because it might fall on you and you might suffocate to death.
Totally random thing, right? My mother will say, if I don't call her, she'll say, you didn't call me. I'm like, I know, Mom. She's like, you didn't call me. You never know. The refrigerator could have fell on me. And I'm like,
does that happen?
No. And also where my parents' refrigerator is in the kitchen, there's no way. There's no way.
It's going to hit the cabinet. It's going to hit the wall.
She's like, you don't know. Anyway,
I love that.
Mother.
Okay, we've got a quick question. Someone sent in a question. Please send us your questions. Call in and leave us a message through my link tree or write into briefrecess@exactlyrightmedia.com. Okay.
And don't forget, friends, what do I always say? While Michael is a lawyer, he is not your lawyer. Get your own.
I'm that girl.
everyone's girl.
So this person says, do you want to read the question?
Federal jury duty tips. I have been summoned for federal jury duty in redacted state. Any tips that the general internet probably doesn't have? It's my first time for any jury duty at all. And being a federal case, it's making me nervous.
Okay, so this is a little confusing because your jury summons was for a federal case. That's
happened to me.
That's happened to you?
Yeah. Really, really long time ago, but yeah.
And they were, interesting.
Yeah, I had to go to federal court.
All right. I guess what I want to know before I give you a tip is like, do you want to know how to get out of it or how to like survive it? Like what is your...
Why don't we do both?
Okay. How to get out of it? I would listen to what kind of case it is, what attorneys are looking for in voir dire, and that's voir dire is the selection process for a jury, is someone who is going to have like extreme bias against one of the parties and that bias can be from you worked for that company or you worked in an industry that is going to give you too much insight. So when you're in that jury room, you are sharing things that the lawyers don't want you sharing.
Right. What if let's say there was a crime and you had been a victim of that same crime?
Oh, bias.
Right? For sure.
Huge bias, huge prejudice. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's also a way that people kind of get out of it. If you want to know like how to survive federal jury, it's possible it's going to be intense and long.
It could be really long.
Because oftentimes if they're getting to a place where you're getting a federal jury summons, the case is definitely going to trial. It's not like we're going to plea this out. Like the lawyers have tried everything. This is a serious enough case where it's gotten to federal court. The lawyers and the parties are probably looking for some sort of precedent here. So that's why you're getting that summons. So it's going to be buckle up because it will be like a long process, but probably a fascinating experience. And remember, some people get a book deal as a juror.
Some do.
So if it was a fierce case that makes headlines, you could always sell that shit.
You could.
Afterwards, though, don't say anything during the
trial. No, you're not allowed to say anything. Yes, actually, that's really important. You're not allowed to say anything to anybody during the trial. Afterwards,
don't call in until after and tell us all about it.
Yeah. Afterwards.
All right, that was Tales from the DMs. Thank you for joining us this week. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here.
I'll see you in court.
Not me.